Good morning, Serendipity. We're going to do two things today. First things first, we're going to check in on our egg experiment. So this has been sitting for 2 days in the vinegar and blue food coloring solution. And the hypothesis was what's going to happen to the egg 48 hours sitting in this liquid combination. So we had talked about how the chemical reaction was created because the carbon dioxide was mixing with the calcium in the eggshell. So we wanted to guess what's going to happen to the egg. So we're going to find out. I'm putting gloves on because I don't want to get food coloring on my hands and stain my hands. So I'm going to pour some of the water out. Got another cup here. Oh, I can start to see the egg. So let's see if the egg... So that's what the egg looks like. So it definitely dyed it a dark, dark blue color because of the food coloring. But the consistency, you can see it also enlarged the egg as well. But I don't know if you can see, I'm going to squeeze it. So normally when you have an egg, it has a hard shell on the outside, right? And you can like knock on it. But what happened was the vinegar disintegrated the shell and actually rubberized it. So look, I can actually squeeze the egg. So it disintegrated the shell, which means the shell went away. And so I can actually squeeze it, and you can actually kind of put it around like a ball, and it's very, very bouncy. And let's see if we can do another kind of fun part. So I'm going to take a flashlight. I'm going to aim the flashlight on the egg. So you can actually see through the egg membrane, the thin layer that's covering on the outside where the shell used to be. And you can actually see the insides of the egg. See how it's kind of translucent from the light? So that was literally just leaving it in that solution for 48 hours. Amazing what science can do, right? So you have to be very careful when handling this if you're doing it at home, because I've had a couple experiences when you can squeeze it and then it just pops right at you, okay? So that was our fun experiment. So if you guys guessed that the shell was going to get bigger, you got it right. Or the egg was going to get bigger, you got it right. If you guessed that the shell would go away, you guessed it right. If you guessed it was going to dye blue, you guessed it right. And maybe you guessed that it was going to be bouncy, and you were correct. So if you guys have eggs and vinegar and food coloring at home, you can do this egg experiment in 48 hours, and it's pretty fun. So I'm going to set this all aside and clean up after I upload this video. I'm going to put the egg back in here. And then we're going to move on to a fun art project. So we're going to kind of do a play on kind of Aboriginal art dot painting. I think it's really, really fun. So basically is the Aboriginal tribe in Australia would take small sticks or whatever they could find, and they would just paint with like tiny little dots. So we're going to recreate that by using Q-tips. So I really want to do a butterfly because it's spring and it's rainy outside, and I need to be a reminder of being happy and outside in the sun. So I'm going to leave this here, and I've got my paint. If you have paint at home, I'm going to use yellow, green, blue, and pink. But you guys can use whatever colors you want. So I'm going to hold it up here while I show you guys how to do this. So you're just going to take the end of the toothpick, and the great thing is you can alternate between colors on the same toothpick so you don't have to waste them. So you're just going to get a little bit on the end, and then you're just going to make little tiny dots. I'll move a little closer so you can see that. Tiny dots next to each other. Now, you can do all of the same color, or we can practice doing our pattern. So I'm going to do an A-B pattern, which means I'm just going to alternate between two things. In this case, my A is going to be pink, and then I'm going to flip my Q-tip around, and I'm going to go to blue, which will be my B, and make my dots. Get a little more paint, and go all the way around. So if pink is my A, and blue is my B, and I go back to A, that means I got to go back to the pink. And then you'll keep doing this until you've filled in whatever you wanted to paint. So now, A, B, A, B, go back to blue. And I'll continue this pattern until I filled it all completely in. Switching back to pink. One more, I think I can squeeze in some blue. So I'll be done with that. So see, I filled in that butterfly wing, and I did patterns, and I worked on colors. So I'm going to fill in one more on the other side, because I won't make you guys watch me do the whole thing. Okay, so this is going to be tricky because I'm right-handed. So I'm going to do another A-B pattern. So I'm going to do yellow for my A. It's actually kind of more of a golden color. So dots all the way down. It would be fun too if you guys drew your own picture and then you did the dots. So my B color is going to be green. Go all the way down. It can be kind of tedious, which means it can kind of take a while and work on patience, but it's a good one to practice patience. It's good for you guys to practice your fine motor skills, and it's fun. It's just a different way of painting than using a brush or using your fingers. It's kind of fun to transform kind of everyday objects that you guys would be using at home into art tools. You can also do your own design pattern. You don't even have to have an outline. You can just create shapes. You can dot paint, Q-tip paint letters, numbers, all sorts of things that you can combine this fun activity with. So I'm working on my A-B pattern. I'm almost finished. One more line of green. There you guys have it. 2 A-B pattern Q-tip painting on a butterfly. I'll let you guys do the bottom if you're doing a butterfly at home or whatever other coloring you're doing. Hope you guys have a fun activity if you do this, and if you do the science experiment, good luck. It can be messy but fun, and have a good weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Bye.